Hello, everyone. Welcome to English for Everyday Talk. Most people fail before they even begin, not because they are lazy, not because they are not talented, but because they have no plan. Think about this for a moment. Have you ever worked hard all day, stayed busy, felt tired, but at the end of the day, nothing really changed? No real progress, no real results. So what's missing? Why do some people move forward every single day while others stay stuck for years? Is it luck? Is it intelligence? Or is it something much simpler? Here's the truth. Success is not random. It is planned. And today, you're going to discover a simple daily system inspired by the mindset of Jack Ma, a system so simple that anyone can follow it, but powerful enough to change your life completely. No complicated routines, no unrealistic goals, just clear direction, daily action, and real progress. If you've ever felt lost, confused, or stuck in life, this video is for you. Because by the end of this video, you won't just feel motivated, you will know exactly what to do next. Most people believe they are working hard. They wake up early, they stay busy, they do many things during the day. And at night, they feel tired, sometimes even proud. But deep inside, there is a quiet frustration, because nothing is really changing. Days pass, weeks pass, even years pass, and life looks almost the same. This is the silent problem that destroys dreams. It's not laziness, it's not lack of effort, it's lack of direction. Imagine this. You are in a boat in the middle of the ocean. You have energy, you have strength. You start rowing as hard as you can. But there is one problem. You don't know where you are going. So you keep moving, but you don't move forward. This is exactly how most people live their lives. They confuse being busy with being productive. They think activity means progress, but activity without direction is just movement, not growth. And this is why so many hardworking people feel stuck. They are not failing because they are weak. They are failing because they don't have a clear plan. Without a plan, every decision becomes harder. What should I do today? Is this important? Am I wasting my time? These questions create confusion, and confusion leads to delay. Delay leads to inaction, and inaction slowly destroys confidence. This is how people lose years of their life, one unplanned day at a time. Let's make this even more real. Think about a student who studies every day. They sit for hours reading books, watching videos, taking notes. From the outside, it looks like they are doing everything right. But when the exam comes, the results are disappointing. Why? Because they never had a clear plan. They didn't know what to focus on. They didn't know what mattered most. So they tried to do everything and ended up mastering nothing. Now think about someone working a job. They are always busy. Emails, meetings, tasks, calls. The whole day is full. But after 1 year, nothing has changed. No growth, no promotion, no new opportunities. Why? Because being busy is easy, but being focused is hard. And without a plan, focus is impossible. This is the trap most people fall into. They wake up and react to life instead of designing it. They do what feels urgent, not what is important. They follow pressure, not purpose. And slowly, they lose control of their own future. This is why some people feel like life is just passing by. They are not in control. They are just responding again and again every single day. Now here is the painful truth. If you continue like this for 5 years, your life will not change. Not because you didn't try, but because your effort had no direction, no system, no plan. And success does not come from random effort. It comes from repeated, focused action. That's the difference. Successful people don't do more things. They do the right things, again and again, with a clear plan. And until you understand this, nothing will change. Let me tell you a story. There was a young man full of dreams who wanted to build his own business. Every day he worked late into the night, reading books, watching videos, trying to learn everything about business. He believed effort alone would make him successful. Months passed, a year passed, and yet his business didn't grow. He felt exhausted and frustrated. Every day felt like running on a treadmill, moving a lot but getting nowhere. What went wrong? He had no system, no clear plan, no daily structure. His effort was scattered, and his energy wasted on things that didn't matter most. Now imagine a different approach. Instead of trying to do everything at once, what if he had focused on just 3 key actions every day? What if he reviewed his progress each evening and adjusted his plan for tomorrow? What if he knew exactly where to focus every single day? This is the difference between chaos and progress, between frustration and confidence, between failure and success. Without a plan, even the hardest work can lead to disappointment. With a plan, even small steps create unstoppable momentum. And that is exactly why so many hardworking people feel stuck. They are not failing because they are weak or unlucky. They are failing because their effort is not guided by a clear system. Once you understand this, you can start designing your days, your weeks, and eventually your life with intention, focus, and real progress. Jack Ma didn't start as a billionaire or a business genius. In fact, he faced failure after failure. He failed his university entrance exams twice. He applied for dozens of jobs and was rejected by almost every company, even KFC. Yet he didn't give up. Why? Because Jack Ma understood one simple truth. Success is not about avoiding failure. It's about having a systematic plan and learning from every step. He believed that daily habits, consistent action, and long-term vision were more important than short-term results. Instead of getting frustrated by failure, he used it as feedback. Every rejection, every no, became a lesson for his next action. Jack Ma also emphasized patience. He knew that results don't come overnight. When he started Alibaba, he didn't become a billionaire in a year. He spent years building the system, learning about people, and refining his strategy. Every day counted. Every small action contributed to a larger goal. And here's the key. He didn't overcomplicate things. He focused on what mattered most: finding customers, building trust, and delivering value. Daily effort aligned with a clear plan became unstoppable momentum. If you look closely, Jack Ma's life is a roadmap, not for copying his exact actions, but for understanding the mindset: focus, patience, simplicity, and daily consistency. Let's dive deeper into Jack Ma's journey because it shows exactly why planning and mindset matter more than talent alone. When Jack Ma founded Alibaba in 1999, he had no money, no team, and almost no resources. People thought he was crazy. Many told him the internet would never succeed in China. But he had a vision, a clear, long-term goal of connecting small businesses to the world. Instead of focusing on obstacles, he focused on daily actions that aligned with his vision. Every day, he prioritized what would move his company forward. He didn't waste energy on distractions. He made lists, set targets, and measured progress. Here's a practical insight. Jack Ma divided big challenges into small daily steps. Instead of aiming to become a billionaire overnight, he focused on growing Alibaba one client, one order, one connection at a time. That's the power of a system. He also embraced learning from failure. Early Alibaba projects failed, websites crashed, and investors doubted him. But Jack Ma analyzed every mistake and adjusted his plan. His daily system included reflection and improvement, something anyone can copy in life. Another key element? Patience. Jack Ma knew that results take time. Even when success didn't come quickly, he kept moving forward. Consistency over speed became his mantra. Finally, Jack Ma simplified complexity. Success doesn't come from doing everything, it comes from focusing on what matters most. Daily focus, repeated over months and years, compounds into results that feel impossible at first, until you see them. Now, let's bring Jack Ma's lessons into your daily life. Jack Ma didn't rely on talent alone. He relied on a system of small, deliberate actions repeated every day. That's the secret anyone can use. Step 1. Set a clear goal. Jack Ma always knew what he wanted: to connect small businesses worldwide. You may not want to build Alibaba, but clarity matters. Ask yourself, what is the single most important thing I want to achieve in the next year? Write it down. Keep it visible. Step 2. Break it into daily actions. Big goals can feel overwhelming. Jack Ma tackled this by focusing on daily steps: one order, one client, one lesson at a time. Your day should include 3 focused tasks that move you closer to your goal. Small wins compound into unstoppable progress. Step 3. Reflect and adjust. Every night, review your day. What worked? What didn't? Jack Ma treated every failure as feedback, not defeat. When something failed, he learned, adapted, and moved forward with even more clarity. Step 4. Focus on what matters most. Jack Ma ignored distractions and trivial tasks. He spent his energy where it created value. Identify your priorities and guard them fiercely. Step 5. Consistency beats intensity. Daily, focused effort is more powerful than occasional bursts. Jack Ma built Alibaba through persistent action over years, not overnight brilliance. Your consistent daily plan will create momentum that feels impossible at first, until results start appearing. Here's the powerful part. You don't need resources, connections, or luck to start. You just need a plan, daily actions, and persistence. Start small, stay consistent, and watch your life transform, step by step, day by day. Remember, Jack Ma's journey wasn't smooth. He failed again and again, but he never stopped planning, learning, and improving. That's the mindset that separates people who drift through life from those who achieve extraordinary results. And the best news? You can adopt this mindset today. Start designing your daily system, commit to it, and in a few months, you'll look back amazed at how far you've come.
We all admire people who work hard. They put in long hours, push themselves to the limit, and sacrifice sleep and leisure. But here's the hard truth. Hard work alone does not guarantee success. Imagine 2 people. One works 10 hours a day without a clear plan. The other works 6 hours a day, but with a structured, focused system. At the end of the year, who will have achieved more? It's obvious, the person with the plan. Hard work without direction is like running on a treadmill. You are moving, sweating, exhausted, but you're not getting anywhere. This is the silent trap most people fall into. They equate effort with progress. They stay busy all day, but when they look back, they realize nothing meaningful has changed. Here's a real-life example. A young entrepreneur I know spent months trying to grow his business. He worked 12 hours a day, attending every meeting, sending countless emails, and reading everything he could find about his industry. But his sales stayed low, his client base stagnant, and his stress high. Why? Because he had no structured system, no clear priorities, and no daily plan. Effort without strategy is wasted energy. Energy without focus is chaos, and chaos, no matter how intense, does not create results.
Let's look at another example. Consider an employee who dreams of a promotion. Every day, they arrive early, stay late, and tackle every task their manager assigns. They are clearly working hard, but after a year, the promotion goes to someone else. Why? Because hard work alone does not signal results. Without a plan, their effort lacked focus on what truly matters. They were busy, but not productive. They reacted to every demand instead of shaping their own path forward. Now think about a student preparing for an important exam. One studies randomly, flipping through multiple books, watching videos, and trying different techniques. The other student makes a daily plan, studies the most important topics, and reviews progress every evening. The difference? The first student works harder but achieves less. The second works smarter with focus and direction. This is the hidden truth. Effort is powerful only when guided. Without a clear plan, your energy spreads too thin, mistakes compound, and frustration builds. Jack Ma experienced this firsthand. Early in his career, he worked tirelessly but made countless mistakes because he lacked a structured approach. Each failure taught him the importance of planning, prioritization, and a daily system. The lesson is simple. Effort without a plan is like sailing without a compass. You might move fast, but you could end up lost, exhausted, and frustrated. And yet, most people ignore this truth. They keep working hard, hoping results will magically appear. But results only come when effort is aligned with strategy, focus, and consistency. There was a young woman determined to launch her online business. She worked long hours, learning everything she could about marketing, sales, and product creation. She felt busy, motivated, and determined, but after 6 months, her growth was minimal. Her energy was high, but her results were low. Then she made one change. She created a daily plan. Each morning, she listed 3 key tasks that would move her business forward. She blocked her time to focus on them without distractions. Every evening, she reviewed her progress and adjusted her plan for the next day. Within a few months, the results were clear. Her sales increased, her confidence grew, tasks that once seemed overwhelming became manageable. The consistent, focused effort turned chaos into progress. This is the truth. Hard work without a plan only leads to exhaustion and frustration. But when you pair effort with a clear system, your energy compounds into results. Even small daily actions, repeated consistently, create momentum that feels unstoppable. You don't need to work harder, you need to work smarter with a plan guiding every step. Remember, planning is not about controlling every detail. It's about creating a roadmap so your effort has direction, your time has purpose, and your actions lead to measurable progress. Without a plan, hard work can fail you. With a plan, even small steps will take you far beyond what you imagine. And this is exactly what we're going to show you in the next section, a simple daily system inspired by Jack Ma that anyone can follow to guarantee progress every single day. If you followed the first sections, you understand this. Effort alone isn't enough. Hard work without a plan leads to frustration. Even the brightest, most motivated people can fail if they lack structure. That's why today, I'm going to share a simple daily system inspired by Jack Ma that guarantees progress, no matter who you are or what your goals are. This system is not complicated. You don't need hours of training, expensive tools, or special talent. You only need clarity, focus, and consistency. Here's how it works. Step 1. Set a clear goal for the day. Every morning, take a few minutes to define the most important thing you want to accomplish that day. Not 5 things, not 10. 1 or at most 3 priorities that will move you closer to your bigger goal. Think of this as your daily compass. Without it, you'll drift. With it, every action has direction. Step 2. Break big goals into small, actionable steps. If your goal seems overwhelming, break it into manageable tasks. Jack Ma didn't grow Alibaba in a day. He focused on small, actionable steps, like reaching one client, solving one problem, or learning one new skill each day. This turns a massive, scary goal into something achievable. Every small step creates momentum and builds confidence. Step 3. Use time blocking. Jack Ma often emphasized focus. He scheduled specific blocks of time for key tasks, avoiding distractions. You can do the same. Dedicate chunks of your day to your priority tasks and treat them as non-negotiable. Even 90 minutes of focused effort on the right thing is more powerful than 10 hours of scattered work. Let's take this system and make it real in your daily life. Imagine a student preparing for an important exam. Before, they used to study randomly, jumping from topic to topic, but now they follow a simple system. Every morning, they write down 3 priorities: study 1 key chapter, practice 20 questions, review mistakes. That's it. Not 10 tasks, not a long, confusing list, just 3 clear actions. Because of this, their mind becomes focused. There is no confusion about what to do next. Now, imagine a working professional. Instead of reacting to emails all day, they plan their day in advance. 1 task to improve their skills, 1 task that creates value for their job, 1 task that moves them closer to their long-term goal. Suddenly, their day has purpose. This is the power of clarity. Now, let's move to the next step. Step 4. Eliminate distractions. This is where most people fail. You may have a plan, but if your attention is constantly broken, your progress will be slow. Jack Ma understood this deeply. He knew that focus is more valuable than time. So when you work on your priority tasks, remove distractions. Put your phone away. Turn off notifications. Focus on 1 task at a time. Even 1 hour of deep focus can change your entire day. Step 5. Track your progress daily. At the end of the day, ask yourself one simple question. Did I move forward today? If yes, you are winning. If not, adjust your plan. This daily reflection creates awareness, and awareness leads to improvement. Now, let's make the system even more powerful by turning it into a simple daily routine you can follow. Because the truth is, knowing the steps is not enough. You need a structure, a repeatable system, something you can follow every single day without overthinking. So here's a simple daily blueprint you can start using immediately. Morning, set direction. Start your day with clarity, not chaos. Before you check your phone, before you react to messages, take 5 minutes and ask yourself, what are the 3 most important things I must complete today? Write them down. This small habit changes everything. It puts you in control of your day instead of letting the day control you. During the day, deep focus work. Now comes execution. Take your most important task and give it your full attention. No multitasking, no distractions. Even if it's just 1 hour of deep, focused work, it is enough to create real progress. This is where most people fail. They start strong, but distractions pull them away. But if you protect your focus, your results will multiply. Afternoon, maintain momentum. As the day goes on, energy drops. This is normal. But this is where discipline matters. Go back to your list, complete the 2nd and 3rd tasks. Even small progress is still progress. Don't aim for perfection, aim for completion. Evening, review and reset. At the end of the day, take a few minutes to reflect. Ask yourself, what did I complete? What slowed me down? What can I improve tomorrow? This is where growth happens, because every day you become a little better. Now imagine following this system for 30 days. You wake up with clarity. You work with focus. You end the day with progress. Your confidence grows. Your stress decreases. And slowly, your life starts changing. Not because of luck, but because you finally have a system.
Now let's go deeper, because this is where the real transformation happens.
Most people don't fail because they don't know what to do. They fail because they don't stay consistent. They start strong for a few days, maybe even a week, and then slowly they fall back into old habits. Why? Because they rely on motivation instead of a system. But a system doesn't depend on how you feel. It works even when you don't feel like working. Let's imagine two versions of your life. In the first version, you wake up without a plan. You check your phone, scroll through messages, react to whatever comes your way. The day feels busy, but at the end, nothing meaningful is done. You feel tired and a little disappointed. Now imagine the second version. You wake up with clarity. You know exactly what needs to be done. You focus on your priorities. You complete your key tasks. At the end of the day, you feel satisfied. Not because everything was perfect, but because you moved forward. That feeling is powerful. That's how confidence is built, not from big success, but from small daily wins. Now let's add some advanced principles to make your system even stronger. Rule 1. Make it easy to start. Don't create a complicated system. If your plan is too complex, you won't follow it. Keep it simple. 3 tasks per day, clear time blocks, short daily review. Simple systems are powerful because they are repeatable. Rule 2. Focus on progress, not perfection. Many people stop because they think, I didn't do it perfectly. But perfection is not the goal. Progress is. Even if you complete only one task, you are still moving forward, and forward is all that matters. Rule 3, protect your energy. Your energy is limited. Don't waste it on things that don't matter. Avoid unnecessary distractions, negative environments, and overthinking. Use your best energy for your most important work. Rule 4, build momentum. Success is not one big action. It's small actions repeated daily. One good day leads to another, then another, and suddenly you have momentum. And momentum is powerful, because once you have it, it becomes easier to keep going than to stop. This is how ordinary people create extraordinary results, not through talent, not through luck, but through a simple system followed every single day. Now let's bring everything together. Because at this point, you don't just understand the system, you can see what your life could become if you follow it. Imagine this. 30 days from now, you wake up and realize something has changed. You feel more in control. You are no longer confused about what to do. You don't waste time thinking, where do I start? You already know. Because every day, you've been following your system. You've been setting clear goals. You've been focusing on what matters. You've been taking action. And most importantly, you've been consistent. Now imagine 3 months from now. Your skills have improved. Your confidence has grown. People start noticing the difference, not because you are doing something dramatic, but because you are doing the right things every single day. And then imagine 1 year from now, your life looks completely different. Opportunities appear, results show up, and you realize something powerful. It wasn't luck, it wasn't talent, it was your system. This is what most people don't understand. Success is not one big moment. It is a series of small, planned actions repeated daily. And this is exactly how Jack Ma built his success. Not in one day, not in 1 year, but through consistent, focused effort guided by a clear plan. So let's simplify everything into one clear formula you can remember. Clear goal, 3 daily priorities, focused work, no distractions, daily review, repeat. That's it. No complexity, no confusion, just a system that works. Now, here's the most important part. This system only works if you use it. Not tomorrow, not next week, but starting today. Because one planned day is better than 100 unplanned days. One focused action is better than endless thinking. And one step forward is still progress. So take a moment after this video ends. Write down your goal. Choose your 3 tasks and start, because your future is not created by what you think. It is created by what you do every single day. Now you understand the system. You know what to do. But here's the reality. Most people still fail. Not because the system doesn't work, but because they make small mistakes that slowly break it. And these mistakes are dangerous because they don't feel like mistakes at first. They feel normal. Let's start with the first one. Mistake 1. Overplanning instead of taking action. Some people love planning. They write long lists, create perfect schedules, organize everything beautifully, but they don't take action. They spend more time planning than doing, and it feels productive, but it's not, because planning without execution is just another form of delay. A simple plan executed today is more powerful than a perfect plan never used. Remember this. Your system is not about perfection. It's about action. Mistake 2. Doing too many tasks. This is one of the biggest reasons people fail. They try to do everything in one day. 10 tasks, 15 tasks, endless lists. At the start, it feels exciting, but very quickly it becomes overwhelming. They don't finish most tasks, they feel frustrated, and slowly they give up. This is why the 3-task rule is so powerful. It forces you to focus, it forces you to prioritize. And when you complete your tasks, you feel progress. That feeling builds momentum. Mistake 3. Relying only on motivation. Motivation feels great, but it doesn't last. Some days you feel strong, focused, ready to work. Other days, you don't feel like doing anything. If your system depends on motivation, it will break, because motivation is temporary, but a system is stable. You don't need to feel motivated to follow a plan. You just need to follow it. And that's the difference between people who succeed and those who stop. Mistake 4. Inconsistency. This is where most people lose. They follow the system for a few days, maybe a week. Then they skip one day, then another, and slowly the system disappears, not because it didn't work, but because they didn't stay consistent. Here's the truth. Consistency is more important than intensity. You don't need to have a perfect day. You just need to show up. Even if you only complete one task, it still counts, because consistency builds momentum, and momentum creates results. Solution: make your system so simple that you can follow it even on your worst days. Mistake 5. Ignoring the daily review. Many people focus on planning and working, but they forget to review. And without review, there is no improvement. Imagine doing the same thing every day without checking if it's working. You might stay busy, but you won't get better. Jack Ma didn't just work hard, he learned from every mistake. That's why reflection is powerful. Solution: every evening ask, what did I do well? What can I improve tomorrow? This simple habit turns experience into progress. Mistake 6. Letting distractions take control. You start your day with a plan. Everything is clear. But then a message comes. A notification appears. You check your phone for a minute and suddenly 1 hour is gone. This happens to almost everyone, and this is why most plans fail. Not because they are bad, but because they are constantly interrupted. Solution: create a distraction-free environment during your focus time. Even 1 hour of deep work can change your entire day. Now, let's be honest for a moment. Most people already know what to do. They know they should plan their day. They know they should focus. They know they should stay consistent, but they don't do it. And that's the real problem. Not lack of knowledge, but lack of discipline. Days turn into weeks. Weeks turn into months. And one day, they look back and realize nothing has changed. Not because they couldn't succeed, but because they didn't follow a system. So let's make this simple and clear. Avoid these mistakes. Don't overplan. Take action. Don't do too much. Focus on 3 tasks. Don't depend on motivation. Build a system. Don't be inconsistent. Show up daily. Don't skip review. Learn and improve. Don't allow distractions. Protect your focus. If you can avoid these 6 mistakes, you are already ahead of most people. Because success is not complicated. People just make it complicated. The truth is simple. A clear plan followed daily without excuses. That's it. And now you're ready for the next step. Because once you follow this system correctly, something powerful begins to happen. Not just in your results, but inside you. Something powerful happens when you start following a plan. At first, it feels small, almost invisible. You write down your tasks, you complete them, you repeat the process. Nothing dramatic, nothing exciting, but then something begins to change. The first change is clarity. You wake up and you're no longer confused. You don't waste time asking, what should I do today? You already know. That alone removes stress because confusion is exhausting and clarity gives you peace. The second change is confidence. Not loud confidence, not fake confidence, but quiet, real confidence. The kind that comes from keeping promises to yourself. Every time you complete your tasks, you prove something. I can trust myself. And that feeling is powerful because once you trust yourself, you stop doubting every step. The third change is momentum. At the beginning, everything feels hard, but after a few days, it gets easier. After a few weeks, it becomes natural. And after a few months, it becomes part of who you are. You don't need motivation anymore. You don't need to force yourself. You just do the work because it's now your habit. And then comes the biggest change of all, your results. Slowly, things start improving. Your skills get better, your work becomes sharper. Opportunities begin to appear, not because of luck, but because you are ready, because you've been preparing every day. And one day you look back and you realize something incredible. You are no longer the same person. You are more focused, more disciplined, more confident, more in control. This is what a plan does. It doesn't just change your results, it changes you. Because success is not something you chase, it's something you build, day by day, action by action, decision by decision. And once you experience this transformation, you will never want to go back to a life without a plan. Because now you understand something most people never realize. Progress is not luck, it is designed. Let's take a moment and bring everything together. You started this video with a simple idea. No plan means no success. And now you understand why. It's not about working harder. It's not about being smarter. It's about having direction. Because without a plan, your effort is scattered, your time is wasted, and your potential stays unused. But now you have something powerful, a simple daily system, a clear way to take control of your life. Not tomorrow, not someday, but starting today. Remember this, you don't need to change your entire life overnight. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need motivation every day. You only need one thing, a plan that you follow daily. Start small. Write down your goal. Choose your 3 tasks. Focus. Take action. Review your day. And repeat. If you do this consistently, your life will change. Maybe not in one day, maybe not in 1 week, but slowly, surely, powerfully. One day, you'll look back and realize the moment everything started changing was the moment you decided to plan your days. So don't wait, don't overthink, don't delay. Start today, because your future is created by what you do daily, not occasionally. If this video helped you, take one small action right now. Like this video and subscribe to English for Everyday Talk for more content that helps you grow, improve, and take control of your life. Because your success doesn't start someday, it starts today.
Thank you very much, dear friends, for watching the full video.